female rapper, because if you look at all the female, I think female rap has never been as popular as it is now, with the girls being so successful.
Okay.
But all these girls, they will tell you they are influenced by Nicki, her style, her flow, the way she does music. So I think it's very unfair for people to only say that she only has the barbs. I think it diminishes what she has accomplished.
Okay. All right.
That's how I feel about it.
Oh no, of course. And by the way, you're entitled to opinion. And I love when you call it. I think you had valuable insight. So, by the way, I don't want
Thank
anyone to
you.
call and just disagree with me. You get me? I sit here. I could do a
Yes.
fucking 20-hour live stream just talking myself. But I love when I interact with y'all. Okay, so let's talk about the Nicki thing, right? I don't. I can't like you
Yes.
can't really show me a handful of females these days. When you're saying, I think people are inspired or influenced by Nicki as in terms of her success. It's like okay, it's like I'll give a kind of weird analogy, but I'm gonna use my homeboy who's come back from the Navy today. When he went to the Navy, right, and the first time he came back to the hood, he was just known kind of like he didn't really have much before he went, but when he came back, he this was a time when like rims was kind of cool. He came back with his Charger, that was lit. The car looked amazing, and you know what? Everybody said, "Oh shit, this might be the wave." They're not really inspired by him. They're inspired by the fact that he got success. I think that's the same with Nicki. People are inspired by Nicki by the fact that she's a woman and a female rapper that got success. But if we think about her actual skill set, we can't say the city girls don't rap lyrical. They have people write for them. Cardi don't rap lyrical, whatever. It's all about energy with her. You could, the only rapper who you could say is maybe nearly influenced by Nicki, who be spitting bars, because that's what Nicki's style is. Bars, a little bit of singing. Bars, a little bit of singing. Maybe you could say Megan the Stallion. But for the most part, a rap city is definitely not inspired by Nicki. I'm not gonna say she inspires people in terms of success, showing that a woman could do it, but not in terms of actually, yo, hey, Nicki came in like rapping about yo, just look at my pussy, this and third. I got bars, blah blah. Yes, women still rap about yo their pussy and shit, like they the best, blah blah, and whatever. Pimp these niggas, cool. But they're not using her style, her flow at all. If anything, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the majority of women in hip hop now they're influenced by more Trina than Nicki. Nicki is more of a bar rapper, like a rapper's rapper. She, people could say, is influenced by someone like Lil Kim, whether they want to say Lil Kim wrote her shit or not. But these new rappers, all they want to do is rap almost like how Trina was. Like pretty much, hey, on some whole shit. Let me know if I'm
Yes.
wrong.
That is
I'm reading the chat as well.
that, that is true. The girls these days they talk about their vagina very much, but I think they really are influenced by Nicki. Like you can really see Nicki's influence in Doja Cat too.
Okay.
And the thing,
How?
Okay.
Tell me.
Nicki almost had a Drake like, except when last after Remy did the cheater thing, and then people, they she started less. Well, I don't think Queen was a flop, but the way she acted, people thought that Queen was a flop. Do you understand what I mean?
No, I
But I
can.
still think influence. And Nicki can go talk to the man. Just listen to Being Green. Nicki went on there with Drake and Wayne, and she didn't mention her vagina once.
But
Like if it was Meg would have talked about how her vagina what does this and that. Do you understand what I mean?
no, I completely understand what you mean. But also, she did admit she
Yeah.
got washed. She said it. This is not me. This is her. But hold on. I'm glad you mentioned her albums, right? This is, I think, the problem with Nicki's catalog. I'm glad she re-released "Beat Me Up, Scotty." I think anyone who, even if they didn't like what Nicki Minaj turned into post maybe 2015, 2016, they always cited that she was really hard and really nasty, like in terms of like bars and being a great rapper on the mixtape circuit. And of course, when it came to Pink Friday, yes. But here's the problem when we compare her to a Drake, when we compare it to anyone I named, right? Beyond Pink Friday, right? We can't look around and pretty much find much more classic bodies of work. That's the problem. Pink Friday was almost the biggest album she did, And then afterwards, it was albums that paled in comparison. Her trying to go pop, then her trying to come back. And then, yes, she had some singles here and there, some features here and there that was dope. But you cannot compare, the reason why you can't compare her to Drake, right? Think about it. Pink Friday came out 2010. Take Care came out 2011. After Take Care, if you ask anybody who's familiar with Drake music at all, they're going to say, oh, Take Care? All right, that was cool. And we do love Take Care. A lot of people say it's classic, but they're going to say, yo, nothing was the same. I've talked to Drake personally. Drake says nothing was the same. Best album that he's dropped. Again, Nicki Minaj released Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded 2 years after in 2012. Nobody even thinks about Roman's Reloaded. It's a bunch of pop songs, Starship, Pound the Alarm, you know what I mean? A bunch of stuff like maybe Bees in the Trap will catch your interest, but essentially, other than Pink Friday, you don't talk about Nicki albums anymore, right? So Drake drops Nothing Was the Same. Yeah. He drops If You're Reading This Is Too Late, right? Then he drops is it More Life, or he drops What a Time to Be Alive, then More Life, then Scorpion, and not Scorpion, then Views, right? Then Scorpion, and then he's had mixtapes or at least like EPs in between. Nicki, for all intents and purposes, as much as I'm giving you that leeway, Nicki Minaj, album-wise, after that, did not live up to what we think Nicki should have done. The Pink Print came in 2014, right? Pink Print came, listen, Pills and Potions, not gonna do it for me, okay? She had Feel Myself with Beyonce, cool. She had Only, assisted by Drake, Wayne, and Chris Brown. I don't think people are gonna be talking about that. Truffle Butter was also on the, I believe, like the deluxe version. That's where we lose off Nicki. And while I give her some credit for influencing other females rappers to feel like they could do it, I can't say those female rappers are directly biting off her success or her style. You get me?
Yes. Can I ask you something? Do you think that people kind of overlook Nicki's success because she went to pop?
Oh, 100%. 100%. That is the thing. I think people lost off Nicki around that 2012 to 2014 era. And I always thought to myself, why doesn't Drake get on a song with David Guetta? Or one of the many people who are putting out those pop songs. And he stayed home at rap. I think Nicki what was that? She had a really big song that was popular in the pop. Was it Starships? It wasn't Starships. I felt like it was another.
Starships, Super Bass. She had a few pop songs that were very.
Yeah.
And her was Super Bass.
Exactly. I think those songs, people was like, oh man, you know, and she had a lot of run-ins at that time. I think, you know, Peter Rosenberg had called her out, like, yo, we not fucking with this because you're going popping. She felt a certain type of way, but I do think after that, we haven't seen the Nicki that people fell in love with. Pink Print was good. People love the mixtapes. After that, it's been like.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
You know what I also think? I think that Nicki, as a female rapper, if she didn't go pop, she would not have been as successful. I think she knew that, and that's why she did most of those pop songs.
Okay. Now, that's interesting. Maybe, but it comes in a I think Nicki Minaj is bigger than J. Cole. Despite the sales will never display that. I always say that's the thing. That's one of the things with Nicki being harping over sales and shit like that. She should really only talk sales with females, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think she has a bigger fan base than most males, or she's more visible than most males. But here's the thing: a dude ain't gonna buy a female rap CD. They're not gonna really listen to it like that. While a female will listen to Pooh Shiesty all fucking day. You get what I mean? So like women support whether it's woman or male, the artist, and if you walk into a guy listening to the Pink Print all day, you're gonna call him gay. Let's be very honest. I've always said this.
That is true. This is double standard.
Yo, if you heard a nigga rapping some of the bars that Nicki was rapping, you'd be like, oh, you sus, bro. Like, oh, you're a barber. You feel me? So I've always thought, despite her sales, I always double it in my mind when I think about her fan base. You get me? Like, I like Nicki, but I'm not gonna bump her music in my car. but I'm aware of it. I probably have listened to it, right? But I'm not gonna be a part of the active fan base that's supporting it. While Pooh Shiesty, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or guy, you're gonna bump it all the time. So when she sells 200 in my mind, I always say it's 400. But that's what I always say that like for her, the next level of relatability is breaking down a barrier where dudes don't feel like they got to be ostracized. It's you know, I give all credit to women. Women do such an amazing job. And I'm pretty sure you do as well when you listen to rappers when they're like, yo, I met this bitch last night. I told her suck my dick. I nutted in her throat. I kicked that bitch out. And women be just nodding along like, oh, this is fire. I can't even lie to you. If I'm listening to Nicki and she's like, yo, I was sucking on that dick and I made that shit cut, like, I'm gonna cut it off. I don't wanna hear that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not sexist. That's not the content I wanna hear. But women tolerate male oriented or male POV content. A lot of dudes we don't tolerate or we don't listen to, or at least repetitively, women POV content. Yeah, I was riding that dick. Like, if you listen to that like all the time in your car, we gonna look at you like, just being honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by
Yeah,
go ahead.
I understand. Yeah, women, we separate it. Like I can listen, like you say, to a rap song, but I don't associate it with me actually doing it.
True,
But
true.
men, they're a little bit more sensitive when it comes to this.
No, you're right about that. But again, one of the things, and that's why I do like, I fight with the barbers all the time. They hate me, I hate them too. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hate relationship, or a love to hate relationship. But I always give them credit in terms of supporting their artists. They do probably one of the best jobs of it. Like, they're scrappy. They're gonna support their artists to the max.
Yes.
It's just that for Nicki, I feel like a lot of times dudes don't support her. But it's the same with Cardi. So that's why like I could feel what you're saying, because it ends up being we're comparing Nicki to other female rappers when in reality her competition is dudes. Like, it's not females. Like she is that lit to be compared to dudes. She's that talented to be compared to dudes. It's not fair to just only lump her in with female rappers. But then you get a bunch of dudes who don't really kind of get into, okay, Jay is great. He ran his era. He's a legend, all time great. But now it's the new guy's time. A lot of Jay-Z fans were mad resentful that a new rapper was running shit. And then I always think about Drake right now, and I always ask like the people who are still like defending Drake, like, yo, Drake's the best. How dare you? I ask how old they are, because I'm like, shit, maybe we're now the people that used to look at the motherfucking niggas like Drake at a point and be like, oh shit. Or look at Jay-Z at a point and be like, oh, we're gonna defend Jay-Z even though Drake or Wayne is clearly the next up. But somebody said Aka Ohead now. Nah,
I'm not a stan. I hate stans.
no, it doesn't sound like you are. And by the way, chat, I don't consider it an old head. I always thought old head is like about mentality. Um, I'm down and cool with like loving a new rapper. You know, I wouldn't directly put them up against Drake, but enjoying their contribution. I don't think anyone is doing it like Drake yet. I think Lil Baby's having a heat rock moment and dropping great music. But before we actually embrace Drake, he had to do much more than just dropping a dope album and a bunch of verses. He had to like change shit. And if you think about Wayne and Drake, there was a moment where they were hot, and there was a moment where the culture followed whatever they did. Lil Baby is hot, and he's super popping. I don't know if when he does something, everybody does it, or everybody watches what he does to do what they do. Maybe he's coming, but I don't think it's here yet.
Yeah. Do you think Drake will ever be dethroned?
Uh, Say it again.
Do you think Drake will ever be dethroned?
Um, yes. No, yes.
You know, one thing that I did notice, YoungBoy. Do you think YoungBoy could dethrone Drake? Because I know people are going to say YoungBoy, why is she saying YoungBoy, blah, blah, blah. But YoungBoy is actually very successful. I was watching some things of him a few days ago, and the amount he sells and he streams is actually crazy. And Sometimes I wonder if he wasn't blackballed for, what would happened with the baby mother, would Young Boy be bigger than he is now? Like three number one albums 1 year. That is crazy.
Um, I think that's a great discussion. Without saying too much, because this is supposed to be. I will tell you, um, allegedly, some people spoke to Young Boy recently. He's doing good, and some of these conversations were not about him, but he's doing good. Okay, um, as much as I can say. But yeah, no, no. My thoughts on Young Boy. I think Young Boy is in that lit space. There's a lot of artists. That's the thing with Baby. I think he's in that lit space. When you see him with proper English, like, hey, tune in tonight, guys. I'm gonna be performing or promoting blah 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 at a Billboard Music Awards, and people are like, yo, this guy sounds whitewashed. In reality, I believe that's him realizing that you got the hood already, but to be a nigga like Drake is transcending the hood. You get what I mean? You have to be the guy who corporate America, like niggas like 50 Cent, I think 50 Cent didn't do it by choice. He was so hot with those big ass singles, he had to be that guy, which I think he struggled at first. I think 50 was just used to like just being that scary figure to eventually he started having a sense of humor and loosening up. I think Drake, because he's half black, half white, never claimed to be too tough or too gangster. He was mad cool with like the other stuff that came with getting to the level he's at now. With someone like Lil Baby, I think you could never be near Drake's level if only the hood or black people fuck with you. You gotta be somewhat where you're authentic enough where the niggas all love you, but all the white people still dance with you and love your shit same way. And you're a household name in that sense. You get me? For some people, they usually give up one by doing the other. Like, for example, if you see your favorite hood artist like doing a bunch of white media and just kind of laughing and kikiing with them, you're gonna be like, oh, that nigga not really street like that. That nigga, he was telling me he was toting Draco's. All he doing is cackling with white people. You know what I mean? And some people are able to balance it both. I'm interested to see how Baby does it. The way how Wayne did it. Wayne was just hot and cool. Like white people found him like us black people. We don't really get it. But when he started skateboarding, white people love that shit. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh, that's the goat. Oh, okay. We skateboard too. So like he made that kind of translation where like people who were not of this culture fuck with him as well. And that's the thing with Drake. That's why it's hard to compare him to anyone. People that's not of this culture love this nigga. You get me? And even though we don't look at Drake like, yo, nigga, which ops you got, nigga, whatever. Like when it comes to Baby, if the baby don't seem like he's still being hood, part of that audience is gonna go away. So he's trying to balance that plus gain a mainstream audience, which having a P from QC and Coach K, I'm gonna see how that goes.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that's a good.
thank you so much. I always like appreciate your contribution to the stream. So you're blazing Chula in the chat. Yo, chat, please stop creeping her out. I'm gonna tell you about this Discord.
Yes.
These niggas, some of these niggas haven't had pussy since pussy had them. So I'm warning you.
And
You know,
one more thing.
yeah.
And one more thing before I go. Can you please tell these Negroes to stop putting me on timeout? Every time I say
Put
something
your
about
what?
me, they put me on timeout.
Wait, in the Twitch chat?
In the chat, here in the chat. Every time I say something about Meek, someone puts me on timeout.
Wait,
Every time.
what'd you say about Meek?
I say that he's a bitch, and I said that Lil Durk ran a train on him with the OTF roster. And everybody gets upset always when I say that.
It gotta be like
The
Adrian or
chat.
somebody doing that. But hey, leave her alone. Let her rock out with her opinion, man. She's a chat queen.
You make me a mod. I've been rocking with you since I was in my 20s, since the Chirac days.
Hey,
And they can't put the time out.
Hey, thank you so much. Like I really appreciate people like you. Hey, send me a DM and I'll make sure everything is hooked up with you. All right.
I send you one in a Discord.
All right. Cool. Just send me there. All right.
By the way, before I go one more time because I have to go to work anyway.
Yeah.
6ix9ine. Just one thing about
Go ahead.
him. Is this nigga tweaking?
Explain.
He's the way he's acting so crazy. I used to really support 6ix9ine. Lately, he's just been acting so crazy. Maybe you don't know this, but he's like also beefing with all the reggaetoneros.
Wait. City, you gotta slow down. You said
6ix9ine. You know the issue he has with El Alfa.
okay. So he has an issue in El Alfa. El Alfa is that's an artist from the Dominican Republic or okay.
Yes, the Dominican rap nigga.
Yeah.
But El Alfa's best friend is Alofoque, and Alofoque runs the biggest Latin platform. So he
Yeah.
has a lot of influence, over all the reggaeton people.
Yeah.
And well, I don't know. Yeah, you probably don't know because you don't speak Spanish. But they've been slamming 6ix9ine, and they've been telling all these Latin artists not to work with him. And they've been running a smear campaign for a while on him now. But he just comments, and instead of saying something, he just cusses them out a little bit and then leaves. You have to tell him that he has to address these things because
Wait. Has he addressed it?
he sometimes just goes in the comments and says "suck my dick" to them, things like that.
So you
But
want
they're really a very bad smear campaign on it in the Latin scene.
okay? I'm gonna say. By the way, I am aware who was it? You said Elo Foke. That's his
The
name.
4K, yes.
Yeah, I've ran to his page. He follows me. I don't know if he understands English, but
He understands. Believe me, he understands. He's a bitch.
okay. All right, I'm gonna you don't like it. I'm gonna get an answer for that. I'm gonna get an answer. Like if I call 6ix9ine today, I'll ask him about that. All right.
Like a Latin page and just do reggaeton artists on it.
Yeah, I need
Another
somebody
page.
Hispanic to do it for me. Academics Latin page that should be lit.
Ja, Akademiks Latino moet je gewoon doen.
Oh,
Look
wait,
at
where are you
Dutch.
from? People want to know. People want to know.
I'm from Curacao, but now I live in Holland. We
Oh,
moved to
wow.
Holland, Swiss Dutch colonies. I was born there.
What
We
languages?
used to come to Holland one time.
What languages do
Very
you speak?
We speak Creole.
Oh, okay. So do you understand Spanish or no?
I speak Spanish, Dutch, English, and Papiamento.
Oh my
So I'm
god.
multilingual.
Jeez. Hey, listen. That just sounds like music to the ears of these horny ass chat. Look at these niggas in here. Don't even know what Curacao is. I think I'm saying that right. But all right. Listen, I'm gonna call 6ix9ine in a little bit. We're gonna get some clarification on that. Okay?
I used to tell him, "Hey, have a nice day, Aks, and you should stream more."
No. I'm trying to. And thank you so much. Don't work too hard at work, and I appreciate you even spending like a couple of moments before you get into work with us. I appreciate it a lot.
No, hey, I'm going, but I'm going to send you a DM on the Discord.
All right, perfect.
Bye.
All right, later. All right, cool. She been rocking. You can tell. She knew all the shit. She knew all the beefs we got. She good. Somebody said she do voodoo. Man, all them like Caribbean countries do voodoo. Haiti, they're like the kings of voodoo. I'm from Jamaica. They call what we do ubya. Like, it's a lot of stuff. Salute to her though. Salute to her. What else? Okay. If whoever said they wanted to like debate with me, which I like, this is like a chill stream, so you can debate if you want. Just pop in the Discord. I'll try to drag you up if I see you. Let me look up what the fuck been going on in rap music. Let me see. Y'all tell me if any of these topics like catch your interest, and we'll talk about it. Oh shit! Before I do that,